Hey, uh, folks, welcome. It is Saturday. Yeah, I'm going live on a Saturday. Why not, right? It's January 14th, 2023. Yesterday, I kind of missed most of the day. I had jury duty. Let me turn that off. I'm going live on a Saturday. Why not, right? There we go. And I got up yesterday, and I had been on call. I've been on standby for jury duty all week. And of course, I did that public talk for Giver Marketing on Tuesday. Had 8 appointments scheduled Friday, right? So the talk did, the talk did good on Tuesday, and had 8 appointments scheduled for Friday. And I get back from the gym, and I call the jury hotline, and it says, you've been selected. You got to be there at 8:30. Come here, Luna. Good girl. And so you got to be there at 8:30. Well, it was like 8:15. Pack up my laptop, run out the door, get down to the courthouse, and then do that hurry up and wait exercise where you just you're hanging out with 300 of your best friends that you've never met. And you're just waiting to see, like, what do I got to do, right? Your civic duty. What am I going to do today? And so, it was great. I got to work in my, I have a Remarkable tablet, so I had that with me, and I worked on my journaling, and I worked on my planning and all those things. And part of me is really getting eaten up, right? Because I'm thinking, here it is, Friday the 13th, first month of the year. I got 8 appointments scheduled that I got to reschedule or cancel. And we're halfway through the first month of the year. Like, this is not how I want to be productive and finish the second week. So, but I'm trying my best to stay positive, and I'm doing my thing. And all of a sudden at 11:30, they go, okay, break for a 2-hour lunch. 2 hours? Well, that's 2 appointments I didn't have to cancel, but I had already canceled, right? So now I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me, 2 hours. So I thought, I don't want to be like at the courthouse. I thought I'll drive a short distance from the courthouse, and I'll get a cheeseburger somewhere. Folks, hey, come here. Got a puppy in here with me today. And you want to see her? Oh, come here, baby. Yeah, this is Luna. Let me see. Let me see if she comes up on the screen here for us. There we go. Hey, baby. I know. Beautiful day. So anyway, I go to this place called Farmer Boys for a cheeseburger. And Farmer Boys, what are you doing? What'd you eat? Oh, that's gross. Nothing came out, but it just sounds gross. Come here. Come here. No? Okay, you don't want to watch me play with the dog. So anyway, lunch and a show. I'm sitting there eating my cheeseburger, my french fries. My phone is in the truck charging because, I'm at the courthouse all day, and now my phone's half dead, right? So I left the phone in the truck to charge. And lady comes in. She's got a little bit of red stuff on her hands. I wasn't sure if it was paint or what. Turns out it was blood. She had blood on her hands. She comes in and she says, somebody call the police. And I looked around the room. Nobody flinched. There was a line of homeless folks waiting to use the restroom that, you got to be buzzed to get into because no one's supposed to use it unless they're a customer. So there's a line of homeless people waiting to get into the restroom. There's a smell coming down the side of the dining room that I'm on trying to eat. That was unique. That was a unique odor. And then this woman is standing like 3 feet away from me saying, call the police. And nobody flinched. And so then one of the ladies in line for the restroom starts talking to the lady that came in with the blood on her hand and starts talking to her, and they start going at it. F this, F that, right, blah, 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 back and forth, back and forth. I said, oh my goodness, lunch and a show, right? When I lived in Albuquerque, we would call them bum fights. We would see bum fights in the street all the time. It was crazy. Like at PJ's Motorcycles over on the east side of Albuquerque, there would be drunken bums rolling around on the sidewalk, brawling each other on a weekly basis near that dealership. So, I was like, wow, bum fight for lunch. Hey, baby, leave it. Just leave it. I know there's a lot of cool stuff in here. And so they're going at it. And all of a sudden, this lady turns and she looks at me, and the whole side of her head is like from the movie Carrie. She is covered in blood. I mean, it is running down the side of her face. The lady at the table next to me finally calls the police. And then someone that worked at the store had the police on the line. And then she goes, well, F this, F everybody in here, I'm out of here. And she leaves, of course, after someone called the police. So, ambulance. Hey, baby. There she goes. So ambulance, fire trucks, police cars burst in, who called? Who called? What's going on? And then the ambulance comes in, and we go, hey, you just missed her. It's the lady in the yellow t-shirt. She's walking down that way. And they go, yeah, the lady with the blood all over. Yeah, we asked her if we could help her, and she told us to go F ourselves. So here we are. And I'm like, so you just let this lady walk around like this? Folks, apparently this happens every day because, I'm kind of a student of human nature, right? It's kind of a student of human reaction. And when she came in and said someone called the police, and I was on this side, so I was on this side of the space, and everyone else was, so all of these people over here would have seen the red face. They would have seen her covered in blood, and nobody flinched. That is such a sad commentary on the state of humanity in our area. Now, this is in Southern California. It's in Riverside. Riverside's a huge county in California, and there are a lot of I guess the proper term is disadvantaged people groups. There's a lot of disadvantaged people groups milling around in the streets down there. I mean, there was 3-4 people sleeping on the lawn to the courthouse. When I came out of the courthouse, I had at least 3 people ask me for money because they were trying to, rustle up money for a room for the night. Folks, what a difference a day makes. I mean, I was just in Arizona looking at property out there and taking care of some business with my wife. And folks, ground beef was $3.99 a pound. It's $5.99 a pound here for the same, fat content, right? Where they say 73, 80, 90, 95, right? So for the same fat content, it was $2 a pound cheaper after a 5-hour drive to Arizona, right? Cheese was $1 a pound cheaper. Milk is $1.50 a gallon cheaper. Fuel was about 85, 90 cents cheaper per gallon for gas, but almost $2 a gallon different on diesel. And when I look at, I was at Farmer Boys. It's fast food. It's fast food. It was $15 for a cheeseburger, fries, and a soda. And we wonder why there's people walking around that can't afford anything. Folks, it's crazy. And $22 an hour minimum wage isn't going to help the folks that are already walking around on the streets. So it's a very, very strange time. Very, very strange time. That all said, when we ate last night at my house, it was time to be thankful. It's time to be thankful that I've got kids that live at home that have grown up well, that we've had the ability to provide thus far, and that Mañana no Mas is making moves and growing, finding the opportunities within the obstacles that I've talked about for the last 3 years is finally starting to come true. And we may be able to escape this little place called Southern California. I don't know. Sometimes I think the world happens in a way that forces me to stay here. Like maybe there's something I'm supposed to do. Maybe I'm supposed to lead or inspire or do something here. I don't know what it is, but we do seem kind of stuck here. And we are actively looking to see if we can find a way to kind of transition out of Southern California. But like what I said, just what a difference a day makes. I mean, I was just 300 miles away in Arizona, and that 300 miles, I mean, that's nothing in today's world, right? It's a tank of gas. So that 300 miles equates to, 40-50% difference in cost of living. I mean, being close to the ocean, is it worth that? Is it worth that much? Is it worth it to go get a cheeseburger and watch people try to kill each other inside the fast food restaurant? Is it worth it to watch people fight at the gas station? It's to get approached everywhere you go asking for money. Is it worth being that close to the ocean to deal with all of that? There's a lot of failed policies out here, a lot of them. And I don't want to make this a political rant, but boy, we sure do pay the price for it, don't we? What a wake up call. Hanging out at the courthouse for the day and just watching people come and go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Conversely, you can go to the DMV in Arizona and people greet you with a smile. Hey, how you doing? How can I help you today? If you're missing didn't dot an I or didn't cross a T, they don't throw you out. They walk you through it and they go, let me show you how to do this, sweetheart. And boom, 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 boom. Okay, now let's make this happen for you. And boom, you can go in there and register 4 vehicles in 20 minutes without an appointment. And they smile and tell you to have a nice day. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Here, in California, just legally purchasing a handgun with a perfectly clean criminal record can take months and months and months, and you have to threaten them with a lawsuit to get your weapon. It's just a bizarre happenstance here. Meanwhile, like I said, there's people all over town that you don't want close to your kids. So that's that, folks. Happy Saturday. That message probably wasn't the most positive in the world. Here's the most positive thing that I can say today is that it's Saturday. Family's healthy, business is growing, opportunity is great. The more that things decline around you, the greater your chances are for opportunity, because opportunity comes with the obstacles, right? You have to lead. You have to be able to make decisions and slow things down enough so that you can see the opportunity within the obstacle and pull it out of there and get it, seize it, and then make it yours. And that's what you see me doing right now. So if you want to follow along for that show, you're more than welcome to. Folks, this has been great. I'm not doing these daily check-ins anymore, these daily morning check-ins. I was doing them every day for like 2.5 years. But, I thought, let's reduce it. Let's come on when we got something with equity to say. And today I felt like, wow, let's talk about what a difference a day makes and a change in location. And if you find yourself stagnant in your spot, maybe entertain the idea that you need to be in a different spot. Maybe. But think about it. Just don't jump on an idea because I said so, right? Really give it some thought. Like I said, for me, sometimes I wonder if we're just meant to be here for something. Maybe we're meant to go through something, explain something, be an example for someone. I don't know. The universe has a unique way of putting you where you need to be when you need to be there. And so I keep working, I keep producing, I keep offering to help other people. And sooner or later, that's all going to come together and make itself a positive thing. All right, folks, have a great weekend.